You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Y&R fans. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got your early edition spoilers for Young and the Restless action coming Monday, September 4th through Friday, September 8th on your favorite CBS soap opera. These are undated. They came out with the regular weekly spoilers, but they tell us what is coming next week. We're going to dig into these based on all that we've learned by watching this week's episodes. We have 4 sizzling hot spoilers for you with Phyllis, with Nikki, with Victor and Victoria, and Billy and Lily. We're going to dig into this right now, but if you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our Y&R updates. All right, our very first one that we want to talk about is Phyllis Summers playing Matchmaker. The question is, who would that be for? Who's single right now in Genoa City? Christine Williams' marriage is breaking up, but I just can't imagine Red doing any matchmaking for Cricket. And I can't imagine Cricket going out on a date with that Phyllis has set up. She probably thinks she would fix her up with a serial killer or something. No, I think it is Phyllis playing matchmaker for her daughter, Summer Newman, and her estranged husband, Kyle Abbott. No doubt Phyllis has heard that Summer basically confronted Kyle and said, the time has come, we need to divorce, because he's clearly not going to crawl out of Audra Charles' bed anytime soon. I will say that Kyle looked sad and upset when they agreed to divorce, and then when Audra invited him to get together, clearly to hook up, he was like, nah. But then this week, he's back to inviting her to hook up. So their interest is still there, but I think obviously Kyle is still caught up in his feelings, and this is all down to Phyllis as far as Kyle's concerned. He knows that Summer was a low-level schemer, and she always has been, but it's like her mother brings back all the stuff in her that he didn't like and he thought she was going to stop doing. So I feel like that Phyllis is going to try and put Summer and Kyle in each other's paths to put their marriage back together. We did a standalone video. You can see it in our Y&R playlist, where I speculated whether Phyllis and Diane might be able to work together to reunite their kids. And I do think that's a common cause they could both get behind. And I think if they put their minds to it together, there's nothing that they could not accomplish. All right, our next spoiler is for Lily Winters and Billy Abbott. A little context before we talk about this spoiler. Lily Winters has been renewing her romance with high school flame Daniel Romalotti. But Daniel's ex, Heather Stevens, is sticking around town, and they had a very close moment, and Lily wasn't happy about it. She sat down with Heather after Daniel left and basically encouraged her to hit the bricks and fly back to Portugal. So Lily is obviously concerned about that. Meanwhile, we have seen the last of Chelsea Lawson. I think they might have wanted her to do some more scenes before she and Connor took off, but she had her baby unexpectedly a couple of weeks earlier than her due date. So I think that cut it off. So until her maternity leave is over, until Missy Egan is back, Chelsea isn't going to be around unless there's a video call. So Billy is currently at loose ends, and he did worry briefly about how he might do with Chelsea gone, because despite her con woman past, she is a stabilizing influence on him. So the official spoiler for next week, the week of September 4th for Y&R, is that Lily reconnects with Billy. And you know, I mean, maybe it's a flirtmance. I hope they don't cross lines. Not so much for the Lily and Daniel thing, but because I do like Billy and Chelsea, and I feel like it would be awful of him to betray her while she's off dealing with this Connor crisis. So I hope that this is a friendly, but not a romantic reconnection. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you feel like is coming from this? We also have Victor setting some boundaries and limits with Victoria. I have one thing to say about that, and it's, When does he ever rein her in? You give her an inch of rope and she thinks she's a cowgirl at the rodeo. Victoria is wildly out of control. She has a guy working for her that she sexually harassed when he was her underling, and now she has promoted him because he's her bed buddy. But you can tell the power imbalance because of how scared he is that he's going to lose his job, right? That's how you know it's sexual harassment, is because he's on pins and needles right now about her. There's an imbalance of power there. And she also, pushed Nick out. She pushed Adam out. She's just grasping, and then playing the "but daddy, I'm just like you" card. And Victor always falls for it. So I will be damned impressed if he actually does put a line in the sand, and if she crosses it, he smacks her down. That's what I would like to see, frankly. I'm just kind of with the dynamic where everybody's kind of crap talking Adam right now. I haven't seen him doing anything really bad. He wants Newman Media back. That was, to be fair, stripped from him for no reason other than Victoria being petty. And Victor let her get away with it, and he just kind of wants back that thing that was his. And so I don't see him trying to disenfranchise Sharon like she was saying that he was going to. It feels like they're just saying the things that they want to say to justify what the writers want next, but it's not really reflective of the current situation. You know what I mean? It's like a house built on really bad foundations of matchsticks and sand. All right, so I'm going to take a grain of salt. I don't think that Victor is actually going to do anything to set a limit with Victoria, but the official spoilers say it's happening. The last is that Nikki Newman takes on a new role. They are pulling the company Adustus into Newman Media. It looks like Sharon and Nick are still going to try to pull Cameron Kirsten's company out. Either way, Newman Media is about to get another asset, and Adam thinks that he should be the one at the head of the table. But guess what? It's going to be Nikki Newman appointed to CEO of Newman Media, according to official spoilers. The big question is Victor going to say, all right, Adam, you're going to be her COO? I think that would be a lot of fun, and because I personally would like to see a big thaw between this stepmom and her stepson. They've both done shady things, and wouldn't it be nice, since he doesn't have his mom, Hope Wilson, anymore, if they could actually bond? I don't think it's going to play out like that, but that would be on my Christmas wish list to the Young and the Restless writer. And again, you can't blame anything happening at Y&R on replacement writers because it's not. It's the same head writer. So, hey, if you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our Y&R updates. Drop your comments on what you're hoping to see next week, and click like if you enjoyed this early edition Y&R spoilers. Thank you for listening. This is Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.